Good morning.
Good morning.
It's the pre-snowy Thursday.
Pre-snowy, right, post-snowy Thursday and pre-snowy Thursday.
Yeah, because it's supposed to start snowing again this afternoon or tonight or something like that. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Did you get caught up in any of the
No, well, what was it, Tuesday when it really hit?
Or Monday?
I don't, oh, it's Monday. It was Monday, yes. I was having a bad hair day.
Oh! Did that contribute to the,
yes,
the 50-car pileup?
Yes.
Because Kaylin was...
Oh,
okay,
I didn't get on the highway, thank God. But it was needed a haircut.
Yeah.
Started out the morning with a bad hair day. And just kind of.
Yeah.
And I had a few stops to make, so I did those first. And it started getting really hard to get around.
Yeah.
Because I'm stopped and had so much to go into, and it was just kind of snowy.
Mm-hmm.
By the time I came out, it was dumping.
Yes.
I'm like, I made a couple other stops. I'm like, yeah, I'm just working from home today. So have internet will travel,
Yes, internet will travel as long as your internet and computer are actually working.
Yeah, that's a whole nother subject. I'm having computer problems. So if anybody on here listening is a Mac expert,
yes,
I could really use your help. So while I was home on Monday, sometimes I can get a little bit more focused when there's no other distractions around. And I'm sitting there working, I'm like, okay, I'm having issues. I'm going to make an appointment to go take my computer in the next morning.
Yes.
Okay, so I did. I tried in with my little computer. Help me with this.
Yes, because you are that person in this company that should be helping me with this.
Right, exactly.
You're a specialist.
You're a specialist, yeah. and prior to this, I've been Googling and Binging and whatever search thing. How do you fix this? How do you do this? Trying to do it myself. It's just not working right. And it has something to do with my storage. So I took it in. What do?
No.
They Googled it. I'm like, are you kidding me?
You're like, been there, done that.
I already Googled this. So I
Googled, Yahoo, Binged.
Yes. And you're not helping me if you're Googling the answer. So I started trying to delete things because I do want to my hard drive. I do have a backup. I do have a, what do you call those? External hard drive. And so I'm going on my current hard drive and I'm just deleting stuff because I can't update because there's not enough storage.
Isn't there like a way to cloud it instead of like taking your stuff to the cloud instead of... Anyway, so if you're an expert in that.
I'm having problems, so please help me.
And she has a Mac.
I have a Mac. I have a MacBook Air, and I love it. I've had it for 5 years. Great, no issues, but now I've got a storage issue. So, and I'm not quite sure how to fix it. So today I was deleting files off of the hard drive and thinking that, well, they're on my Google Drive, so they should still be there. Yeah, no, those are disappearing now too.
Oh!
Yeah, so help.
She has got serious problems.
I got serious problems.
She needs help. If you are listening and can help her,
I could use some big tips. And don't Google it and tell me how to do it.
Right. Say, well, hey, don't do like the little clip, snippet, and then say, here, Kaylin.
Done it. And so did my expert. They also Googled it.
The expert.
Yeah. So yeah, when you need an expert.
Yes.
Yeah. So when you're buying and you need an expert about, can I buy?
Can I buy?
Yeah.
Yeah. What does that look like?
What does it look like?
Because I think now we were talking that it has really picked up. Even with the snow on Monday, it has really picked up. And I think a lot of people that are in those rental contracts too now are really starting to think about if they're going to buy and getting the process started.
Of course, they're also thinking, oh, then I have to shovel my own snow.
Right. They're like, crap, that means a shovel or a snowblower or something.
I suppose a gift for those people. But yeah, so when
you'll give them to them in July and they'll be like, why are you giving me this? Remember back when?
That's right. And then it won't snow for the next 3 years. Yeah. So, but yeah, so when they get qualified or pre-approved, so what does that mean when they have a qualification, a pre-qualification or a pre-approval? What
are those differences?
What are those differences? Because some people are confused by that. So I'm a pre-qualified. Well, that's not quite pre-approved, right?
No, it's not. And pre-qualified. So there are some engines out there that basically allow you to put in the information and it will spit out your pre-qualification letter.
Right.
And just know that it is the letter that is spit out is as good as the information that was put in.
So if you kind of fudge.
Right. If you fudge or you're like, well, I think this is about what I have, or my overtime, well, I get about this much, but maybe you've only been at your job for 3 months, but we all want to use as much income as possible, you know?
Yep.
Or even on the other side, like I have people that put in their net income and I can use their gross income.
Sure, that makes a difference.
And so then that actually makes a difference on purchase price. It also makes a difference on if you make too much money for some of the programs, then you don't qualify because of that. But a pre-qualification basically means that you have given information and nobody has really probably pulled your credit, but other than that,
hasn't verified.
Nothing has been verified on your application.
Okay. So when you get pre-approved, then sometimes I've seen it's already been gone through underwriting. So what does that mean on a pre-approval?
Yeah, so if you have gone through underwriting, like I always think, especially as I think our market changes and you're in a multiple offer situation, when you can say, I have met with my lender, I've not only given them my pay stubs and my W-2s, but my file has already been to an underwriter, and all I need is a house to go with my approval letter. Your realtor is sitting in a great position to say, you might have 5 offers here, but this person has gone through underwriting. And they are approved, basically pending a house to go with their approval.
So underwriters, to me, did you ever watch The Wizard of Oz? Behind the curtain, you know, don't look behind the curtain. That to me is an underwriter because you never see them. Right?
So funny.
Yeah, because what do they do when you say it's gone through underwriting? What is that man behind the curtain
doing? So it'll be fun. Actually, my processor and I are headed out to go meet all of our underwriters.
Ooh, well, they're real people.
They are real people.
Oh, wow.
Actually, we love our underwriters. So if you're watching, we love.
I'm just teasing.
But they really have. So we as loan officers are obviously looking at your income, looking at assets, so they're another set of eyes, right? They are the final say. So they have a list, and they have gone through training galore on even looking for, like, we have red flags, right? They're always looking for and things like that. So we have all kinds of technology now, right? That sends files through things to even pick up some of those items. So they are going through, they're justifying the income, they're reading our findings, which loan program are you on? And they are then coming back. So they're re-looking at all those pay stubs and saying, yes, I need another one, or look at this, I need a letter of explanation behind that. After they have looked at that, they give us what else they might need.
Okay. More paperwork.
More paperwork. And then it depends on the loan program, what that is. And then a lot of times we can get that, and like I said, then turn it back into them. But they are giving the final, that underwriter is giving their stamp of approval, and they're the ones who send you to the closing table.
And let me tell you, as an agent working with buyers, if the buyer has already gone through underwriting, there are no surprises along the way.
There are no surprises.
And that's so nice, because then it's like not all of a sudden, oh my gosh, we have an issue, they need to verify this, well, that's already been done before we get there. So all we're doing then is matching the house with the appraisal and the
so as long as there's no surprises on the real estate side of it, we're usually good, unless you change loan programs throughout the way, or quit your job, or buy a truck, or just saying. We've already talked about it in another video, but
don't do it. Don't buy that truck even though it looks really nice.
I know. And they got special financing and all that stuff.
I know.
Buy a house first.
It's like going on vacation and buying a timeshare.
Yes.
Don't do that
either. No, and it all shows up on your credit report, so just don't think you're trying to trick anybody.
Yeah, it happens. So so get that pre-approval. Not just the pre-qualification might give you, okay, I'm kind of there.
It gives you kind of where you're at. It's a great start, but if you're really going to buy a house, that approval, pre-approval is good, but even having that approval is really helpful, and I just think it's going to put buyers in a stronger position as you go into some offers.
Absolutely. So for me, that I always like to be proactive, and having that pre-approval that's already put you through that underwriting process is proactive in that buying process.
Right, because I think too, as you now have an accepted offer on a house, now you're going into it because you've done all this paperwork on the financing side. Now you're going into it saying, okay, now I've got a home inspection. I have to get my home insurance. I have, you still have things to do, and it just takes some of that paperwork off your plate,
Yes,
because now you're really focused on the house that you're now buying.
And a seller too, if you look at it, if you're looking at offers and you see that buyer is pre-approved and gone through underwriting, that's a question to ask: has this buyer that's wanting to buy, have they gone through underwriting yet? So that's a good question for sellers to ask your agent too.
It is, and I think that like surprises, right? So, I mean, it does take that away, and so you're also not getting a few weeks into it and then being like, oh, the sellers, that kind of is a nightmare when it comes to that.
It is, yes, a lot of uncertainty. So so call us and get pre-approved.
Get pre-approved, and it's awesome. I will say too, as we go into the season, if you're thinking about it, it costs you nothing. And it might take some time, but it is less stressful on everybody if you do it before the house of your dreams is on the market. And there's going to be 5 offers because the agent already knows that there's 6 showings, and you want to know, and yet you haven't started the process at all. So it still can be done depending on timing. We will not turn you away. But it is less stressful on everybody if you're thinking, hey, I'm just thinking about it, because like I said, there's no, except for some time involved.
And you can get a pre-approval done in how many days? So
right now, I could probably do it today within a few hours, because we're rocking along. Come May or March actually next month. There's a lot more people wanting a pre-approval, and so sometimes 24 to 48 hours. For me to give you a pre-approval, and then if you want to go into underwriting, sometimes it's another 24 to 48 hours after that. Okay, so if you're thinking of buying this spring, put that on your to-do list for February. Get pre-approved. Yeah, and your approval, so 60 days is typical, and then we might have to get an updated pay stub or something like that. But it's not a big deal, and we can wait till you have. And if you never buy anything, it just costs you some time. It costs you some time. Yep. So yeah. Well, great. That's good information for that pre-qual or pre-approval. We want you to be pre-approved. We do. Yeah. So much better. It is. It's like that stamp of approval. It is. Yeah. We should have had a stamp. We should have had a stamp. Yeah. Maybe we can stamp the hand of our buyers. Oh, we could. And you can go into offers and be like, we're pre-approved. Get out that black light. Yeah. Secret club. That's right. Yes. But not so secret. Yeah. So everybody have a great day. Be safe out there if it's snowing where you're at, and drive carefully. And Valentine's Day is next Wednesday. Yeah, it is. We'll be at the affiliate. We'll be at lunch. Yes, we will be at lunch. We'll be at lunch on Wednesday. Yes, so our multiple listing service luncheon and affiliate fair. So we'll be having lunch together next Wednesday. So let's hope everybody has sweetheart, Kaylin. Yes. It's also Ash Wednesday, so is it? Oh, well, there you go. There you go. Lots of things on Wednesday. So you guys have a great week, and we'll see you next Thursday. See you next Thursday. Bye.